Hi everyone, my name is Somi and I work in the travel industry. Welcome to today's show, JAPA Therapy. On this show, we'll be discussing everything around study JAPA. So if you're interested in studying abroad, please subscribe, like, and share. This episode, we'll be having Travel Doctor. Travel Doctor, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sumi. Nice to have
Welcome,
you. Thanks, man.
welcome. We're very glad you're on the show today. Please tell us a bit about yourself, a brief introduction about yourself.
I don't really have much to say.
You have much to say. We know your history.
No, I don't have a big background, right?
You have a big background.
I'm just simple. My name is Travel Doctor. From Delta State, Nigeria, and I'm happy to be in the show today.
We are very delighted that you are here. And we have some couple of questions for you from our viewers and subscribers. All right. So, you know how a lot of people are trying to leave the country because of the way the country is, the situation, the
Japa
economy.
season.
Exactly. Japa, everybody's running to somewhere. Even Togo, people are running to Togo. You'll be surprised that people are actually traveling to Togo. A couple of people have sent in some questions that they would like you to attend to. First here, we have Chioma, 38 years old. I currently work for one of the big fours and earn over 36 million a year. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
Wow. It is 36 million a year as a product manager. Do you think it is worth it to Japa this time? My husband is against it. We're a family of four. Please advise. What do you advise for Chioma?
Sumi, what do you think?
Japa.
Yeah, but let me do the mathematics. 36 million naira. That's 3 million naira a year, a month.
A month,
Let me convert it to dollars. If I convert to Canadian dollars at the rate of 560, that's around $64,000 in a year, and with CBN rate, that's around $100,000. Though I know like it's very tough to get CBN rate, right? So we'll work with the black market rate because that's what's accessible to like common man like me and you. It's quite a lot of money. Like I believe maybe she's in Lagos or in Abuja.
Yeah.
Since she works like maybe one of the big
Falls,
fours.
yeah.
And to be honest, like it's a very tough question, and probably like young me few years ago, 6 years ago or 7 years ago, if you ask me this question, I would say, with that kind of money, I will be king of Lagos. Given the trajectory now, given where we are heading to, like as a country, right? Like I saw that as she said, she has a family of four.
Four, yeah. Family of
Yeah.
four.
The future of the case in the next 7 years, next 8 years, how much is going to be the house rent, given the inflation as well. Because apart from the money, right, you have to look at so many things, the benefits that you get out there. If you have your kids there, what do they stand to gain? Whether you are making that kind of money out there or you're not making that kind of money, you're very sure that your kids are going to be okay. They're going to be in a very good school. I'm very sure that their hospital bills are well covered. Whether you earn a good amount of money by month end or you're not making money, you're very sure that even if you're not there, like if something bad happens, you're no longer there. You're very sure that your kids' future, they are secure. They could go to any hospital, get medical treatment. They could go to school, quality school, top schools, without you spending a dime. Because over there in Canada, till the age of 18 or till you get into university or college, you don't spend a dime, right? For primary school.
Wow,
or
that's
college.
interesting.
Given the trajectory, we are beginning to see that the encroachment, coming in from these regions that used to be actually very very safe, that are no longer safe as it used to be. So so the benefits, is beyond money. And when we try to also look at like the financial aspect, right? Family of two, if both of you are making 36 million naira, that's okay. And she said she's a product manager. Yeah. If I just take a look, or do a quick research to see how much a product manager makes in Canada or in US, per year, is way more than $64,000. Somebody our age and at that level of her career, probably like she must have worked as a product manager for like 10 years, or should have been in product management for like maybe 12, 13 years, right? Before making that amount of money. If you spend 5, 7 years in product management, in Canada or US, you're probably going to be making like 80 million naira, right? So you might look at it like, if you try to like compare like, oh, where you're at now in Nigeria to like where you start from, in Canada, it's going to be discouraging, right? But if you try to look at the long run, like, okay, you build up a career in Canada, you work in Canada as a product manager for like 3, 4 years. You can't compare. Even people that are working as a product manager like in Canada or US, that worked there for like 2 years. You can't even compare, right? So don't get distracted with like the people that are just starting their career. She should compare herself to people that have been in Canada for like 12 years, 13 years as product managers. How much are they making? Where are they at, like in the organization? And she said big four. So imagine that, okay, she's working at like, I wouldn't even say big four, I would say big 10 in Canada, right? As a product manager. Imagine how much she'll be making after 10 years. So I would always say, pack your bags, pack your pets in Japa.
So all right, Choma, you've heard, but I do have some concern and
Yeah,
a
sure.
few questions based on what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioned something about about security and health,
Security. Yeah.
but is security reason enough to move?
Um, I believe every country do have their challenge, right? If I'm in their shoes, I would move that. Even if I'm making like 200 million naira in Nigeria, though that's a lot of money, but I would move.
Yeah, so speaking about health, right? Moving over there are some benefits.
Hmm.
Yeah, but does this benefit also apply to students who want to move with their, just like the case of Chioma, moving with 4 kids, a family of four? Does she also enjoy this benefit also, being that she is a student?
Yeah, for Canada in particular, 100% right. Like if you want to move over through the study route, her kids would enjoy those benefits. Our kids will also be able to go to school for
Yeah,
free. They will actually
for
use
free.
yeah,
Wow.
they'll be able to actually use those hospitals as well for free. They won't have to actually pay to see a doctor. And down to like the final year in secondary school,
Mm.
you won't have to spend a dime. The government is going to take care of all of that.
As a
And
student,
as a
that's
student, and,
fantastic.
and funny enough, it doesn't even end there. They get monthly benefits, child benefits, stipends, right? Depending on your income. For somebody that's a student, right, like you don't really have a lot of income, so you
Yeah,
could. So if she says she has 2 kids, so she could be getting as much as like 500, 600, or $700,
a
a
month.
month, to support our kids, coupled with so many other benefits that our kids will be getting, right? So that's the way that the country have been built and developed, right? To make sure that okay, there's stability at every time. So the benefits are there for everybody. So the only people that don't have access to these benefits are people that are there illegally,
Mm.
right? Or if you're a visitor, if you're visiting the country, it means that like okay, you're a temporary resident and you'll be leaving the country very soon. So definitely you won't have access,
So
to
then,
these. But if you're a worker, a temporary worker, or you're a student, or you're a permanent resident, you will have access to
so
these benefits.
benefits
And the good thing is like even as a student, if you give birth to kids in Canada, just like as it applies to the US, they become citizens automatically,
automatically,
whether both parents are students or
or
they are
not.
workers or not. They have access to these benefits. So yeah,
Wow, interesting.
yep,
Very, very interesting. I like the fact that they still get stipends
yeah,
for to
yeah,
support
yeah.
their family. I mean, that's interesting. $500 to six hundred
$600.
dollars a
You know,
month.
by the time you
Uh,
start calculating it,
that,
we calculate the stipends in a year.
yeah,
That's
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 about six
that's
thousand
that's like
dollars.
20% of the 36 million
Yeah,
naira that she's
exactly.
talking
I
about.
mean, that's really
So you
interesting.
realize that at the end of the day, right? If you're just looking at the financial aspect, that 36 million naira is nothing, right? You have to think about, okay, how much do you spend? Like I know how much it costs to go to school in
Yeah.
Lekki. There are people that make 20, 30 million naira a year, right? But still they still take loan, to
Mm,
finance their school, their students through school,
through
right? Because
school, yeah.
because it's very, very expensive, like for 2 kids, 3 kids, you're paying like 5 million naira a
Mm,
term.
wow.
In a year you're seeing paying like 15 million naira,
Hmm.
to send them over to school, in Lagos, in Lekki. And you have not even talked about like housing and a lot of things. So you can't tell me that, oh, you're making 36 million naira in Lagos and you feel like you're making a lot of money. It used to be a lot of money, but right now, with the inflation alone,
Yeah.
it's not a lot of money.
All right. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you so
Shoma,
much.
you have your answer.
And Choma, yeah, give me a call once you get down to Toronto.
Yeah. Travel
I'll be
doctor
I'll
is
be
always there for you.
I'll be there for you for sure. Yeah.
So, thank you very much
All
for
right. Thank you
coming.
so much. All right.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming. All right, so thank you guys for joining. You've heard from Travel Doctor. Thank you once again, Travel Doctor, for joining us. For our next episode, you can leave your questions in the comment section. We'll attend to it. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.